is there is already work going on in this. In India, you would have heard about National Skill Development Corporation, NSDC. Now, Honorable Prime Minister of India had announced a few years ago, our ambition is to skill 500 million people. So, in this direction, PPP model, private-public partnership model, has been the reason behind establishing National Skill Development Corporation. That is one. Second is, with Australia, we already have ongoing cooperation. When I arrived here, Skills Conference, it is India and Australia Skills Conference was held in Perth. It was attended by the Federal Education Minister of Australia, and from our side there was 40-member delegation consisting of senior officials from Ministry of Human Resources Development, Ministry of Labour, lot of private organizations, companies. Now this was held in Central Institute of Technology, which is a very major institute in Perth. And there is, when the Prime Minister of Australia went to India in October 2012, 4 memorandums of understanding were signed. One is between Skills Australia and National Skill Development Corporation of India. So there is already this movement taking place, and I attended that one-day conference that was held here. All our participants from India, during their presentations, they highlighted this social feeling that is attached with the social stigma. I wanted to avoid the word stigma, attached with vocational education. So there is a need for change that is happening in India, and in Australia it is very much happening. And let me report to you that in Western Australia, vocational education and training, there is a lot of collaboration which has already started. Central Institute of Technology is actively involved in collaborating with India, and at high school level, CBSE level, there is now a curriculum, one course which is being introduced, that some students at school level itself can pursue a specialization. So there is a movement taking place in India, and in the world there are only 2 countries who have succeeded in this, good models. One is the German model, second is Australian model. I think India is collaborating with both, and with Australia we have the advantage of language. So there is work going on this. Thank you.
Before what we are doing with the before that, I'll just like to make a quick point. There's something good happened to Mr. Botakur and Mr. Tiwari gentlemen. So now I'd just like to say something good news for you. Yesterday we went to one of the polytechnics here, and they run hospitality industry. In fact, our lunch, the minister was also there, they organized the lunch in their Institute of Catering. And I was very happy because I had been the chairman of the Hotel Management Guwahati, and another Food Crafts Institute at Samaguri in Nagaon has come up. And what we did, we said, okay, the students, they, as a part of their training, they cook, they said, okay, let us start a restaurant. So in Guwahati also, 2 years back, we started a restaurant. The public can go, and the students, what they cook as a part of the training, and people can come and use the restaurant. And still the bakery that they produce, bakery products, we have started a stall, selling counter in the IHM, and it sells very well. Yesterday when we went, that is exactly the restaurant where they took us for lunch. It was run by the students. And I was very happy because when we went to the kitchen, our Guwahati IHM kitchen, and what you said about alcohol, all these how to serve the alcohol, how to lay the table, all these things are trained. And another thing that happened is that in the SAM, since I was looking to tourism, tourists not only go to the star hotels, they sometimes also like to go to Dhaba or even a small hotel, to have SMS food. And our people, our waiters and all, do not really know how to lay the table, where to put the spoon, where to put the fork. Annually, we have been conducting 4 weeks training programs. In my office peers, if some big, like guest comes to my office, to go to serve a cup of tea, they tell me they serve in a very clumsy manner. I sent my office peers to my training institute, IHM, and trained them how to serve a cup. And we'll be very happy to know, we conduct this 4-week training programs. Anybody can come and free. And last year, 10,000, it's a government of India program, components se rozgar yojana. So 10,000 certificates I can issue. And very low skill, 4 weeks, to waiters, cooks. And about other areas, we have tied up with Don Bosco Institute, Dan Bosco, that you know, that's a very good institute. Even say when our people go as drivers, when they take tourists, they'll have an uncomfortable face without uncertain beard. They'll be smoking, they'll bang the door, or they will chew parliament throwing. These are tourists don't like all these things. So we had some 4-week training programs for the drivers of tourist cabs. How to be tourist friendly. If it is late at night, suppose the client is late in having dinner, don't bang the door to give a message that I'm in a hurry. So these things have been done, but it has started. Thanks to you, and you would like to, the minister said, what you were seeing here, if you get into it. And so what we have learned, so I think it's very important. If we can have, non-resident SMEs Indians directory, I think it's high time that government of Assam, so we also start like government of India has a Ministry of NRI, Ministry for NRIs. I think time has come, the government of Assam, if not a department, at least we can start a cell for the non-resident SMEs Indians. And we have not so far verified because the communication is not there. Your experience, your inputs, as the today, for example, Mr. Pataki made so very good sense. If you can have a continuous, not that we come once in 2 years' time and talk for half an hour. If we have an institutionalized mechanism, I would rather say that we why not have a department to be another department of non-resident Indians. I think we'd like to, on that also, give feedback.
Can I add here? Reacting to your question, very welcome suggestions. See, on vocational training, India, as Mr. Subarayu has rightly said, we have a stigma. See, in Australia, we asked the same question yesterday in Western Australia Polytechnic. There, 80% of the students, probably who graduate from schools, go for vocational training and 20% go graduate to higher education. Now, similar is the case because in India, the entire mass has to be really trained in vocational framework. But Australia has done two wonderful things. They have Australian qualification framework and Australian quality framework. I think there are two standards which have been evolved. In India, we have also started NVEQF, National Vocational Educational Quality Framework. There is one more issue that needs to be addressed in India. It's because, I'll find it very difficult to give my their daughter to marry a guy who was studying vocational training in India because there's a stigma. Now, a person who has started or learned welding, why can't he do a PhD in mathematics? That's the seamless movement that is necessary and that should be possible. In Australia, they have the advanced diploma level. They have 4 levels, C1, C2, C3, C4. Then they have diploma. Then they have advanced diploma. Now, advanced diploma is you are ready to go moving to a university. In Assam or in India, we have identified trades where we have C1 and C2. That's certificate 1 and 2. It's class 9 and 10. And 11, 12 is your 3, 4. Then 5, 6, 7 is your graduate level. Now this sir was mentioning about the community colleges. In Assam we have identified 5 community colleges. In India we have started, 200 we started. First community colleges, we have identified Dibrugad Polytechnic, Lahore, Prince of Wales in Jordan, Assam Engineering Institute, the Women's Polytechnic, where are 2 words, and all these polytechnics will be community colleges. They will be introducing vocational training. Now, example like the Tata, you must be knowing that there are a lot of young boys in Assam who are working in oil rigs in Upper Assam, who have not had a formal education, but they have spent thousands of hours drilling oil. Now, what happens? His marketability will go up if he can spend some time and earn a diploma or a certificate course in theory. So these facilities are going to be possible. This seamless education, these community colleges, which the Honorable Minister has visited USA. And we have seen until West Coast and Western Australia and CIT, the same skilling of the Indian masses have to be carried forward within this qualification framework that is in this.
Just to conclude, we are also doing anti-QF. It's a TAFE model, and some we have introduced in 60 schools, and we have done that. We are going to have this with that organization, Pearson, that they are patronizing our 60 school, and we are very much on this job. Thank you.
One last question. Yeah, first of all, I appreciate the coming of the medical colleges because I myself was a medical aspirant in 2007 batch and I enlisted by one rank. So I can feel the pain and like the benefit the upcoming students are coming. Then I joined Assam Engineering College in the electronics department. Then I realized after joining the college, my seniors used to say like, why have you joined electronics? There are no professors. And it's true. After we joined, like when we went to third semester, like our professors, our HODs came and told us like we don't have professors and we had to study on our own. Like when the electronics department was established, there were 15 students and so there were 3 prominent professors. Then the number of students increased to 30, but the number of professors was still the same. Now it has been to 60, but still the number of professors are 3. So like people who have just